So Sally emailed me to ask, why are some people I know take it or leave it drinkers, but I'm not? I thought this was a great question because at this time of year in particular, you might be wondering about that. You might be looking at other people's drinking, going to that family gathering and noticing that your cousin leaves without finishing their glass, or you go to that work do and Linda from accounts nurses one drink all evening and seems totally fine with that. I have got 4 things to talk to you about on this topic. 4 things that I'd like you to consider. Because obviously I don't know the other people in your life and all the detailed ins and outs, so I can't speak to your exact situation. But I have a feeling that I've got something for you today that might apply to you and might hit home. Before we get into that though, the very first thing that you've got to know is this. Other people aren't take it or leave it drinkers because they're better than you. It's not that they are more disciplined, more controlled, more evolved, more sophisticated. So I just get that crazy idea out of your head right away. And don't worry, it's not because you've got a disease. You're not broken or weird or bad news. You just have a coping mechanism that is not working for you anymore. That is it. So maybe set down those heavy bags that you've been carrying, if you don't mind. All right, so why is it that some people seem to be take it or leave it drinkers? I said I had 4 things for you to consider, and here's the very first one. Is it possible that you might be wrong about other people's relationship with alcohol? Are you confident that you know for sure that they are take it or leave it drinkers? And I'm just asking because I bet there are people in your life who have no idea how much you drink at home. They have no idea that sometimes you go to parties, have a couple of drinks, very moderate, very conservative, very controlled, and you are able to do that and leave at a respectable time because you know that as soon as you get home, you're going to be able to drink as much as you want to because you've got that wine waiting for you. I know you do that. I know I did that. And I know for a fact we are not the only ones doing that. So unless you've got CCTV set up in someone else's house, which I hope you haven't because you can really get into trouble for doing stuff like that, then you don't know truly what's going on for other people. But let's assume you're not wrong. Let's assume they really do just have 1 or 2 drinks. Well, here's the second thing I want you to consider. I invite you to consider. Could it be that alcohol is just not their thing? Maybe they have some other crutch. Maybe it's food. Maybe they overeat instead to numb their feelings. Or maybe they gamble, or they overspend, or they overwork. I bet there's something that you know other people struggle with that you never do. Like for me, I can eat crisps, but I'm not passionate about them. I can open a tub of Pringles and then just have a few and leave it there because it's just not my thing. That doesn't make me a super disciplined or controlled person. It's just that crisps aren't my favorite food. That's all. The third thing to consider is this. What if the take it or leave it drinkers in your life just don't like being drunk? I know it seems unthinkable, but what if the thing that you and I thought was so great about drinking is actually the thing that they hate? I know loads of people who don't like that weird, dizzy sensation. They don't like losing control. I've even got one friend who doesn't like the feeling of being drunk, doesn't like the taste of wine, and yet she still goes out with her mum friends for drinks and posts about it on Instagram. So it looks really normal, but I know she's only doing it because she wants to fit in with the group. And no judgment, like she's new to the area and she needs to make friends and get to know people. And it can be hard to make friends as a grown-up. Here's the 4th thing I'd like you to consider. What if your take it or leave it drinkers are just really comfortable at dealing with their feelings? Consider for a moment how often you drink because you're trying to escape a feeling, escape stress, sadness, loneliness, frustration, resentment. What if you had learned how to be okay with those big feelings, and so you didn't need to turn to something outside of yourself to manage them? This is such an important skill to have, and most of us weren't taught how to do that as kids, because actually our parents didn't know how to do that stuff either. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do teach people how to feel their feelings inside my Getting Unstuck coaching program, how to manage big feelings and be okay with them, because it is such a key skill in sobriety. So when it comes to tackling this great mystery around take it or leave it drinkers and how they do it, I've talked about 4 different things today. Whether you might be wrong about other people and perhaps they're lying to you. Could it be that alcohol just isn't their crutch of choice, but they rely on something else? Could it be that they don't like the feeling of being drunk? And, that's actually more common than you think. And what if they don't need to escape their big feelings? What if that's not why they drink? Because if they're not trying to avoid something, then that naturally reduces their desire to drink in the first place. There are other factors that I would also mention to you if we were working together closely and I got to know a bit more about your situation, but those are the big ones that apply to most people. But I want to leave you with this. I think there comes a point when you've got to stop comparing yourself to other people and just focus on you, because you're the one that matters. And if you're watching this video, I suspect that today isn't the first time you felt concerned about your drinking. I suspect it's been happening for a while. And what if it's okay that other people drink and do their thing because that's the right choice for them right now? And what if the right choice for you means doing something different and changing this? There are so many choices that we make in other areas of life when we just do what we know is right because we're listening to our bodies and our minds. And perhaps it's time to adopt that same approach here. Because even though you might not be super excited about stopping drinking and making this choice right now, I promise you, it could be the best thing you ever do. So I'm Kate B from the Sober School. Scroll down and let me know if this resonates with you. All right, have a great week and I'll speak to you soon.